Welcome, Scorpio, to your April Astrodice reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Especially after all that energetic month we just got out of. Talk about March Madness, right? Okay, guys. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here and see what's going on. And I thank each and every one of you for viewing me, and I hope you guys are having a great month so far. If you guys really do like this video, please kindly hit that like button. It really does help the algorithms, like a lot, especially in 2025. It's a lot about the like button. The likes are really pulling people up or pushing people down. Our channel is being pulled down a lot, so I just want you guys to understand that that like button really does help. It's a big thing. Okay, so let's get in here. Having some Mercury energy coming in. I love it. It's already going to start out right. It's like, here it is. Boom. Mercury. Communication. Starting out the month with the whole month of communication in the first house. So I love it. It's talking about that Libra energy coming through. So whatever communication is coming through, it wants to keep it balanced. It wants to keep it balanced, but you're going to notice this within your first house. So let's get in here and look at these. This Mercury is pulling itself right here, saying, hey, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Loving it. With some Libra energy coming out. This energy is diplomatic, gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships, and going straight into that first house of how you see yourself and others see you as well. Okay, so it's almost like, oh, this communication is making me think about certain situations. People are going to see you thinking as well. Okay. So let's get straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Very creative month. Right now it does look like you're definitely not in solitude mode, so you could be coming out of a solitude mode. Definitely a time to, yeah. There was something disturbing going on, and it just feels like you're pulling your weight out of that situation now, taking back your authority. So whatever felt like it was lost is like, I'm okay now. You're going to come out of this kind of tower moment, having this kind of awakening. I feel like there's some kind of awakening here to the understanding. Let's see why. Looks like you're kind of, you're rested now. Planning with ideas. Planning with ideas over here. It looks like you're ready to explore any kind of communication that has to do with some kind of balancing and understanding, making better choices, traveling away from that situation. You're definitely noticing new things, ready to meet maybe new people, getting out of a comfort zone is what it looks like. you and your loved one were having issues. It looks like you are now coming back together to explore. But you're definitely coming out of a comfort zone here and having some kind, you might even be having some kind of much needed conversation. I definitely got you, something's got you thinking for sure. Ready to balance out this situation. Going straight to the mid-month. Yeah, it looks like you're reconsidering some situations that are going on. Definitely in a lot of thinking mode. After your desires, getting over emotional loss, and almost like planning your next. It's like you're planning your next step. I keep seeing you planning your next step. You're like in the waiting game here, but that's the Two of Wands again. So it's kind of like I'm kind of in the waiting game, but I am planning this next step to what it is I want. So making a lot of decisions, focusing on maintaining that balance. There's a lot of maintaining a balance within your emotions. So I do see you taking a lot of practical steps, making things more productive as well. Definitely in your head in the beginning of the month, in the middle of the month, it's almost like, yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to focus on maintaining these emotions, balancing out these emotions. Yeah. Yeah, you've been truth seeking about this situation, taking care of yourself. So there is definitely that power, that domination is coming off of that authority, off of that emperor from the beginning of the month to here. So it's like I'm pulling back my energy. I'm not going to give to you what I was giving to you before, because it's almost like you're embracing some kind of newfound positive energy and allowing yourself to kind of lead the way over here. And I do feel like you're going to be expressing this to them. You're going to let them know how you feel about this situation. Yeah, there was some, it's almost like I'm getting ready to, they're holding off. They're not stepping forward towards you. So I do feel like you don't, if they're not going to really listen to me and step forward towards me, I'm wasting my time. You could feel like I'm having a meaningful conversation with you. I'm trying to do this with you, but you are in delay and holding off. They're holding off any kind of communication with you. They're acting very self-centered about the situation. And they kind of see you as, you know, hey, I see that you're, you know, it's like, how do they see you? They see you as trying to, well, they see you stepping out of a comfort zone for sure. They see you as ambitious, but they also see that you have this desire to want to develop this situation with them, but they're holding off. So there could be a little unexpected towards you. Acting very unexpected towards you. I think you thought they wanted to express this. You know, it's kind of crazy over here because it kind of feels like, well, I thought you wanted to have this conversation. So I'm offering you the opportunity to have this conversation, but now you want to step away from this situation and don't really want to, you know, don't want to have this conversation. So now you're pulling back as well. So they're going to see, well, they were coming towards me, but now they're kind of, you know, they wanted to offer this, but now they've stepped back. Well, of course you step back because they stepped back. They slowed down. They said, now I don't want to have this conversation. It's almost like as soon as you felt like you have your power back and you have complete clarity about what's going on and you've thought about everything and you want to get everything settled the right way, now they don't want to have this conversation with you. So it's like having a much needed conversation that they're backing away from. It's almost like, oh, well, if it's going to be that way, then screw it. I don't want to talk about it. That's totally what the feeling is. It's almost like they see you rise into power over here and take your power back. And now all of a sudden I'm sorry, it looks like they're cowering. They're acting like a coward, like they don't want to hear your side. Excuse me. So at the end of the month, you have the sacrifice, the balance. There comes that Libra energy again for the material harvest, in which you're going after the Three of Cups. You're going after your happy, 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 joy, joy. But they're not. I don't know. Let's see. Feels like you're sacrificing a lot. Whether this is in love, this is at work, this is a friendship, whatever it is. But it feels like I'm still trying. I still feel like you're taking that sacrifice. Yeah, you're still trying to open up. You're still trying to speak the truth about the situation. And there they are. They have disregard for any kind of consequences. They don't want to hear it. It was almost like I wanted to talk about it when I was in control of the situation. Now that you're in control about the situation, you've thought about the situation, and you've, gained all this kind of, this courage and this, they see that your repertoire has changed. They don't like that because they see you standing sturdy and strong. So now they're like, nope. You know why? It was because they wanted to hear what they wanted to hear, and they wanted to face the problem the way they seen things. And now that the truth really has balanced itself out, especially here, now they don't want to have this conversation. You know why? Because it wasn't the conversation they wanted to have. See, because guys, they wanted to be in control of this conversation. Okay? So it was a very imbalanced conversation because they didn't really want you to, oh my gosh, they want to talk, but they just want you to listen. They actually didn't want you to actually have a real conversation. That's what it is here, one-sided conversation. Six of Pentacles in reverse, that's one-sided charity. That's one-sided. They wanted one side only. It's called my side. I don't want to hear your side. So now that you understand the situation which is coming out, they want to backpedal, and then they go silent. They don't want to hear it. So now they're acting moody and disappointed. It could even make you a little moody and disappointed as well. I think they're coming to you with rose-colored glasses on because it was one way. It was only this side. They don't like your side. Yeah, because your side had truth to it and clarity and was balanced, and that's not what they wanted. Look, if they want to come to you and play victim, that could be another thing as well. So keep that how it resonates, but definitely. So you're disappointed. It looks like you're walking away from this situation. You're going to let it go because they don't want to have a real conversation with you. So this much needed conversation is what you felt needed to be done. And it's not happening. So you're telling your truth. So no matter what, I mean, you're still having that conversation. You're still telling your truth. That's why they're running. Look, that's why they're running. That's why they're running away. They don't want to hear it. So you are telling your truth. This much needed conversation has come out. Just that they don't want to join in it anymore. It's like, well, I thought you wanted to have a conversation. Yeah, I did. From my standpoint only. Oh, you got to love that. Oh, okay. So, yeah, they're not going to talk to you the way that they've been. It almost feels like for some of you, they've been pushing on this. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. You've been thinking about it. Now that it's time and you're actually opening up and talking about this, boy, they don't like it. They're panicking. They're panicking because they wanted it their way only. So yeah, at the bottom of the deck, you gave them 3 of swords or 10 of swords. A painful ending because it's not working the way they want it to work with the devil. Yep. Okay. So, I mean, the overall, you're getting the 3 of Cups, though. You're like, okay, whatever. 3 of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to hurt because you thought that this was going to work. I mean, that's what, this whole idea was. But if they're not going to do it, then it's fine. Right? For some of you, if it's a job, you're just going to walk away from your job. You're like, okay, well, then fine. You don't want to listen to what I have to say, then I'm out of here. So for some of you, this is career, and you're just looking at yourself going, okay, well, I tried to fix it. I'm going to go find a new financial opportunity. I have new doors opening. I have things that are coming towards me. I don't have to stay here. And I think that that's the thing too, is that they're realizing, they're going to realize in the end, you don't have to stay here. But they don't like it because they didn't feel like they were in control. So they're going to feel like they lost out. You gotta love it when somebody thinks that's the whole thing, that they have the upper hand to this situation. But in this story, it's not always about just the upper hand. This is two hands up in the air. And they're wrong. And I'm not going to say they're wrong about the whole situation. They're wrong about how they're dealing with you. If they really want to talk to you, then it should have been, there's always two sides to a story, but they don't want to hear yours. Wow. Selfish. Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.